Alright, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing a review for ZNation. I know I haven't done these for quite some time now. I've missed quite a few episodes, but we just have one episode left for ZNation Season 3. This one's going to be a review for the second last episode of the season. It's called Duel. And spoiler warning if you guys haven't seen this episode yet. So we only have one episode left for ZNation Season 3. The finale is this Friday night, December 16, 2016. And I feel terrible about ZNation Season 3 because usually I do reviews for a lot of the episodes. Now, I can't commit to doing every single one and going through the whole season and reviewing every episode. But for this season, I reviewed the premiere, I reviewed a few episodes here and there. But really, out of 15 episodes, I only reviewed like maybe, I think it's like, 3 or 4 or something like that. So I feel awful for it because this season has been fantastic. This has actually been a really, really good season for ZNation. It's been a lot of fun. And, I feel like the writing has gotten a lot better this season. You have the great idea that they use, which is to have Murphy become his own side, his own kind of, type of humanity, his own brand, his own blend of humanity on his side with his own kind of team, taking on that responsibility of being a leader of his side and doing things his way at Murphytown, which is really cool. We have our usual group, which is kind of getting a little low on the numbers. We have Citizen Z, who finally joins with the main group, which is something that we've been waiting to see for 3 seasons since the beginning of the show. And then we also have the stuff that's been going on with the Man and Luci, which is really cool. So in this episode, Duel, leading into the finale, episode 15, is called Everybody Dies in the End. So for Duel, we get to see basically Addy. She's trying to save Luci and bring her back to what she doesn't know is Murphy and everybody else, Warren and Murphy and everybody, because they've joined forces now. But the Man proves to be too strong and is able to kind of overpower her in this episode. She does get some good shots in on him, though. She actually at one point shoots him, and it makes it seem like he's dead, that kind of deal. But we do know that he's got Kevlar on, that kind of stuff. But he's really hard to kill. You can even cut his hand off, and he'll replace it with like a mechanical hand. You could. He's like Hitman from the video game, basically brought to life as a villain in ZNation. So he's great, man. I really like him as a character. I thought it was a great idea to bring him in at the beginning of the season. He's been super badass all the way through, and I feel like he's a great addition to the show. Also, with Murphy becoming kind of a villain himself, sort of, or at least being on his own team, it really has made, I think, this story a lot better this season. We did get a few episodes here and there, like Doc's Angels, just some Doc Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, just some silly episodes here and there that really felt like they were just to space out the season. So I do have to say that. So some of them, they're not all good, obviously, but there have been some that are really good. The Siege of Murphytown I thought was pretty exciting, and now Duel. This episode was great. See a lot of back and forth. You've got Luci, who's really funny. And, that's a nice mix that ZNation has, is that it's got the silliness mixed into it. It's got kind of the cartoony, comic booky silliness. But then you also have kind of, some really, some pretty good drama, I want to say now, with the storytelling. So in this one, Luci's going, and the Man's got her, and Addy's going back and forth. And there's some really good fight scenes. There's some explosions. You've got Luci aging quickly because whenever she gets into distress, she ages. So she quickly becomes a teenager and has her period, which is really funny. And the Man is trying to explain to her that she's okay and that everything's all right. It's just, she's bleeding, but it's okay because she's reached the age when that kind of thing happens. So it's pretty funny. So I like all the sequences where she's like directing around the zombies and everything. And the Man's being a badass as usual. Some really great Duel, as the episode's called, Duel, fight sequences between Addy and the Man, which I felt like were really good. You've got Anastasia Baronova. She plays Addy, of course. Really great character in the series. There's a few characters in ZNation that I think are really standouts. Doc is really funny, and definitely a unique character. At first, I thought he was kind of some kind of a rip-off of Herschel from The Walking Dead. He's clearly not. He likes to get high. He likes to smoke seaweed. It's fun. Addy's a really great, strong female character. She's got the bat with the spikes, and she swings it around, and some really great fight scenes in this one, even to the point where the Man will use some, like, jiu-jitsu, I want to say, and kind of breaks her arm, or I guess, is that a judo hold as well? I guess you could say it's judo, too. Breaks her arm. or dislocates her shoulder, and then she kind of knocks it back into place. So again, a little bit of silliness, but really well done. Nat Zhang is 10K, Joseph Gott is the man, and then we had a few others for this episode. So in terms of Duel, I'm going to give it a solid 9. I thought this was a great episode. I don't expect as much from ZNation because I know that they have a pretty small budget. They don't have a lot of cash to do things with, but this one you got some big explosions, all this different stuff happening, some great action sequences, some great fight sequences. Really liked it a lot. So I am excited for the finale for Season 3, Episode 15. Everybody dies in the end. We'll see who dies. In Episode 14, I did think they were actually going to kill Addy off at a point. I really did think so. I thought that she was dead. That's always good when, as a viewer, you don't know who's going to survive and who's going to die and when. I'm glad they didn't kill her off because she's one of my favorite characters from the show. I don't want to see Addy get killed off. But it's definitely exciting when you don't know who's going to survive, who's going to die, and then it's like close to the mid-season finale, and you think she might be killed off, and it's shot in a way where you think like, okay, this could be the death of the character, and then it isn't. So really exciting episode. Really liked Duel a lot, and really excited for episode 15. Everybody dies in the end. So we'll see how it goes, and it has been renewed for a season 4, so I'm happy to hear that. And I'll definitely be checking out season 4. And probably like this season, I'll definitely be doing some reviews for season 4, but I don't know if I'll be reviewing every episode every week. I'd like to, but time is always a question whether or not I get enough time. So I hope you guys like this quick review. If you did, please thumb it up below. You can also share and favorite. If you've got a Facebook you want to share through, you got friends who like zombie apocalypse stuff, ZNation, Walking Dead, whatever, share it through. And if you're new and you want to subscribe, bottom left to subscribe. Really impressed with ZNation. I think they're doing a great job this season, and excited to see what they do in episode 15 and also in next season, season 4. Man, there's a lot of zombie apocalypse shows on TV now, which I'm really happy about because 6 or 7 years ago there was nothing. So we go from nothing to ZNation, The Walking Dead, Fear the Walking Dead. It's pretty awesome, man. So for this video, guys, we'll see you again soon for another. As always, it's Trev. I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See ya. You can share, you can favorite, you can subscribe. Hell, you're all going to be doing that.